Vivekanam Vande Vedanta Tattvagyam Vidhushekara Bharatim Sadguru Charanarvindabhyam Namaha. This is a new experience to have a Gita recitation program through Zoom in SPBF. But that is the Icha of Sri Krishna. When he wants to unite people through Dharma, he will find any way. People are not going to just sit home when there is an opportunity to participate in a program like this, which is based essentially on Dharma. Gita Acharya is Dharma Acharya, the one who teaches Dharma to us. Normally, we say that the Vedas are the basis for our entire tradition, entire Sampradaya. But Vedas are in the clouds, not easily accessible to common people. It requires a lot of pandityam to approach Vedas. In the Shastras, they call the Vedas as Prabhu Samhitam. That is the commandment of a king, a Prabhu, who is in power. Do this, do that, Satyam Vada, Dharmam Chara. It will give commandments. And what that will do, how to follow it in such a way that that commandment is completely fulfilled, Veda will not say. For that only, our rishis took enormous pains to write what is known as Smriti Granthas. Smriti means out of memory. Whatever is told in Vedas is told in a way which common people can understand. Vedavyasa himself wrote 18 Mahapuranas. He wrote Mahabharata also. Gita is part of that. And he wrote 18 Mahapuranas. And the Varaha Puranam, from which the Gita Mahatmya was recited just now, is also a Mahapurana made by Sri Vedavyasa. And all these Priti Granthas, they say whatever is said in the Vedas only, but in a way that common people can relate to it. If Veda says Satyam Vada, then there will be a story of Harish Chandra, who will not get out of the Sankalpa of Satyam, even in the most excruciating circumstance in his personal life. That is the extent to which Satyam, being truthful, is given in our Sampradaya. That is the importance that is given to that virtue, Satyam. And then these are called the Puranas and the Smriti Granthas. They are called Suhrit Samhitam. As Prabhu Samhitam are the Vedas, these are called Suhrit Samhitam. Suhrit, Shobhanam Hridayam Yasya, the one whose heart is extremely nice, without expecting anything. Diyate anupakarine. That's what Krishna said. Datavyamiti yadhanam diyate anupakarine. Without expecting back anything from anyone. That is what this Suhrit Grantham means. And that's what the Puranas give us. Smriti Granthas give us. They were all written by various rishis. They are called Suhrit Samhitam. They have the concern for us. At the same time, they propose whatever is given in the Vedas in a way that could be followed and understood by us. But there is a third type of Granthas. They are called the Kanta Samhitam, like the Kavyas, which Kalidasa and so many great poets have written. Kumara Sambhavam, Shakuntalam, all those kinds of Kavyas. They also teach whatever is taught in the Vedas only, whatever is taught in the Puranas only, but in a way where with the concern of a loved one, a spouse, a wife, a husband to a wife. Whatever they talk to them, whatever they try to discuss with each other, whatever they communicate between each other, there is an element of concern out of love. The Kanta Samhitam they are called. Same truth expounded in the Vedas, given in the Puranas, given in all these Kavyas. All those talk about the same one fundamental thing related to our Dharma only. But with the assertion of a Prabhu, with the concern of a Rishi, and with an affection of a Kanta, a dear one. The entire quintessence of our Vedanta, of our scriptures, were all captured by Sri Krishna in this one Grantha called Bhagavad Gita. We call it Gitopanishad. We give that kind of a stature to Bhagavad Gita because whatever is not told anywhere, one can always find anything related to Dharma in this great Grantha. That is why SVBF has taken upon itself to make sure that this Grantha, this Bhagavad Gita, becomes a family text. Every member of the family can participate in this. Actually, recently, about a couple of days ago, one of my own students wrote to me, we never thought during these 3.5 months of stay home, because of this COVID virus, we are able to recite at least one shatka Bhagavad Gita every day for all these 3.5 months without break. That is the extent of even affliction people can get from this great Grantha given by Lord himself, Bhagavata Prokta Gita. So that is the text we all have got. All those who participated in today's event, you are all very blessed people, because unless God has kept you close to him, that is why finally Gita Acharya says in the 18th chapter, Manmana abhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mame veshyasi satyante pratijane priyosime. Manmana abhava. Keep me in your heart all the time. Let me be in your heart. Madbhakta, be my devotee. Madhyaji, whatever you do, any action, let them all be devoted unto me. Mam namaskuru, surrender unto me. What will happen to you? Mameva yeshyasi, pratignyane. This is satyam. This pratignya I give you, you will reach me alone. Mameva yeshyasi, satyam. Why? Why I tell all these things to you? Priyaha asi. You are the dearest to me. In the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, it says, Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. Everything becomes dear to you, Atmanastu kamaya, because they please me. What will please me? What is most important to me, to any individual? Dearest to any individual is what? We may say that relationship, this relationship, all that. Whatever is dearest to one is oneself. That is why when they talk about jnanis also, they say they are also selfish. Except that in their selfish, in that word, that letter S is a capital S and not a small s. And when they say I, that I is the capital straight I, not the small crooked I. When a jnani says he is also selfish, for him dearest is himself, the only difference is a jnani sees every other thing in the world also himself. He has no bheda. He sees everything as himself. So as he himself is dearest to himself, everything also is as dearest to himself, because he doesn't see difference in any of them. Chaturvida bhajante mam jana sukritinorjuna artho jigyasu artharthi jnani cha bharadarshava. That is what Krishna said. 4 types of people worship me always. Artho jigyasu artharthi, artha bhaktas. Whenever they have difficulties, they come to me. They are also dear to me only. Why? Because they believe in me. By coming to me, their problems will be solved. With that devotion, at least with that faith in me, they come to me. So they are also dear. Artharthi bhaktas. These are all bhaktas who make transactions all the time. If I get this much, 50% is yours. They make all the deals with it. Actually, many times they make even deals. If this is accomplished, I will give you half. Not before. So people make all kinds of deals. Artharthi bhaktas. They are also dear to me, because they also have faith in me. And they are willing to even make such kind of promises, thinking that I will save them. Then Jignasu Bhaktas. These are all Bhaktas who always say, I have nothing to expect out of you. I do bhakti to you for the sake of bhakti only. I have nothing to expect back from you. These are better bhaktas compared to the other two, but they are also selfish. Because in that process, what do they get? They get manas shanti. They get shanti by being devoted to Lord. That is also selfish. And then Jnani Bhakta is one who is the one closest to me. That's the promise he makes, because they don't see me different from themselves. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tva sarva bhapebhyaha mokshayishyami ma shuchya. That is the promise. Krishna. This is called the Charma Shlokam in Bhagavad Gita. In every Grantha, the Charma Shlokam is a very, very important Shlokam. It gives the entire essence of the full subject. When they talk about Charma Shloka, they talk about Kalidasa and Bhoja Maharaja. Bhoja Maharaja and Kalidasa were great friends. And Bhoja Maharaja wanted to know what kind of Charma Shloka Kalidasa would write about him. So he wanted to hear it from him. But Kalidasa refused. Bhojaraja is Maharaja. What is it? You are refusing to what I am asking you. Kalidasa said, okay, I will disappear from here. So he went out of the country. But Bhoja was looking for him everywhere. And Kalidasa was sitting somewhere in some kind of a mandapam or whatever place it is. It's a story. And then all the people whom the Raja sent in search of him, they found him in that place. So Raja himself in disguise approached him and he gave the message to Kalidasa. When Kalidasa made inquiries with him about the Raja when he came from that country, then he told, oh no, that Raja is no more. Kalidasa was struck with dukkham. He immediately said the Charma Shloka. The power of this Charma Shloka. And that is the effect it provides on a particular value, a virtue a person has. And finally, when that is said, it is said all. And that is the Charma Shloka where Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vraja aham tva sarva papebhyaha mokshayishyami. Aham here means is the problem. Here people understand it differently. When it is interpreted, aham means here the Krishna Paramatma, who is not different from the Jivatma, Arjuna. And all the dharmas, one can leave all of them, because no more karta, bhokta, all those things, they all disappear. All these things, I am the doer, I am the enjoyer, I am doing this, I am fighting this war, I am killing Bhishma, I am killing Drona, I am the one who is going to be the king, I am the emperor. All that are all gone. He is a person now free from this aham sense. Only aham sense is what? Not the body consciousness sense, it is the sense aham Brahma Asmi. There is no difference between me and I am Brahman. Tat tvam asi. So that is the highest philosophy that could be portrayed by Bhagavad Gita. It's a great Vedanta Grantha. We call it Gita Upanishad. This is the promise Lord Krishna makes to his great devotee, Arjuna. Actually, when people talk about Bhagavad Gita, until the 11th shloka of the second chapter, Adi Shankara doesn't even bother to comment on this entire Gita. Because up to that, who cares about who blew what conch and all that in the first chapter? Nobody worries about all that. But from the 11th, Shishyasteham Shadimam Tvam Prapannam, from that place onwards, till Arjuna says, Nashto Mohaha Smritir Labdha. The teacher is not going to leave him. He is going to impart the entire knowledge to him. So that another great Adhikari, another great Uttama Purushaha also will be salvaged from the samsara of birth and death. Punarapi Maranam, Punarapi Jananam. From that cycle, that soul also will be released. So this is a Grantha. Bhagavad Gita should become a family Grantha. Everybody should be able to recite. At least one would actually Gita Mahatmya, which we just read, it says what will happen if a person, actually this is the very, very important Gita Mahatmya. Whenever Gita recitations are done, unless this is read, people even consider this not complete. It is, this is a compassion of Dhara Devi, the Bhumi Devi. She is asking Lord Krishna, Bhagavan Parameshana, Bhaktira Vipacharini, Prarabdam Bhujyamanasya, Katham Bhavati He Prabhu. People are all afflicted by Prarabdha. Everybody driven by Prarabdha. They are all helpless people. They are all struggling in this world. How, in all these struggles, how can they still be keeping their mind unto you? Will they have devotion to you? Now, whatever I said, that one of our own students made a statement some time ago, a few days ago, that in spite of these 3.5 months of staying home because of the COVID, their bhakti towards this did not change. Because even though prarabdha karma can push one towards various things, but if Gita Dhyanam is in the mind, prarabdham bhujyamanaha Gita Abhyasarata sada. A person, when they do Gita Abhyasa all the time, sa muktaha, sa sukhi loke, karmana nopanapyate. For that person, the bindings of karma will not afflict them. Krishna makes this promise. Mahavishnu makes this promise to Bhumi Devi. And that is the Mahatmyam of Bhagavad Gita. We are all blessed people that in this Janma, we got the opportunity to learn Bhagavad Gita. To many of our students are also young students. When I say young students, they are all college kids, high school kids, who are all aspiring admission to colleges and all. They get scholarships from SVBF. We give scholarships to all those people. There are a lot of challenges, but still we make sure that their interest in Gita never diminishes. With the same thing, actually our Acharya in Sringeri, anybody who recites all the 21,700 shlokas of Bhagavad Gita by heart, he himself will examine them and then instantly awarded a prize, cash prize of 21,000 rupees. This is the monetary amount is not the intent of this, but it is only an appreciation for the effort they have put to learn Bhagavad Gita. When Gita is with you, Lord Krishna is with you. When Lord Krishna is with you, there is nothing in the entire life that is a person would really need to seek for. He becomes Purnaha. Aham Purnosmi, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Triptosmi. All those words he is able to say, understanding what they all mean. They are not just words. They are all statements which come out of evolution of the mind from the message of Bhagavad Gita, from the message of the Lord. I wish you all the very best. I would be very happy if we will all had the opportunity to meet together in person. But this is the next best that we can do, given the circumstances. Hope next year we will have a much more colorful event where we all can come together in person and also will be able to, because when we come together in person, we also have the mutual benefit of interacting with each other and also derive motivation through that interaction. They all fuel so much things. I read this much, one shatka this year, next year, 2 shatkas next year, all the 3 shatkas. People say all kinds of things, various achievements they go through in this process. So Bhagavad Gita be with us. Let God's Bhagavad Gita bless us. When Gita ji blesses us, we will have no problems at all in life. We will be contented. We will have a peaceful mind. We will be good human beings. That is all the intent for this entire exercise of learning Bhagavad Gita. Not only learning, practicing it and do what Lord Krishna has told Arjuna to do. So let us all be that Arjuna to understand the essence of what Lord Krishna taught and then bring it to our day-to-day life so that we also will get peace and contentment. And out of that, we will become good people in the entire humanity. Thank you very much. And again, for this nice opportunity to share with you a few of my thoughts, I thought it was worthwhile. So I could not, because there was another function in my house. Personally, I had to do that. So I could not come right in the beginning itself, but at least I could hear the last few chapters. Almost the 3rd shatka, I think I was here. Maybe, no, 11th chapter onwards I was hearing. So I could hear at least fairly a good number of chapters. I'm glad about that. Thank you so much and wish you all the best. यो वेदादौ स्वरप्रोक्तो वेदान्ते च प्रतिष्ठितः तस्य प्रकृतिलीनस्य यः परः स महेश्वरः। श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु।